This is Leighton Ali Talks TV. I'm Leighton Ali, and I talk reality TV dating shows such as Ready to Love, Married at First Sight, Love is Blind, The Ultimatum, and Love Island, just to name a few. So if you enjoy watching that type of content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. This is a new channel, and we are growing. So please go ahead and help a sister out and subscribe. Alrighty, so I want to talk about Ready to Love and why I find the show so disappointing. Now, when I think about the concept of this show, you have people no younger than 30. The youngest person you will see on this show is 30. You have people in their mid to late 40s on the show. And of course, it's an all-black cast. So I'm thinking I'm going to see the most mature, Black excellence type of contestants, candidates, cast members on this show, whatever you want to call them. And I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing men who are childish and immature and delulu. So last season, season 8 of Ready to Love, you had people on the show like Habibi. You had people on the show who, the women were saying were unstable. You have men on the show arguing and, pretty much yelling at women. And it's like, where are you finding these men? Like, you guys are on national television. You have a cast. You have a production team in the room with you, huge cameras, and you feel like you can let loose and speak to a woman like that? In what world? And now getting into season 9, Fort Worth, you have people who openly talk about issues with their finances. And it's like, why are you here? You need to be, doing Uber, Lyft, Amazon Prime, something. And nothing is wrong with that. If you are in a bad financial place, go ahead and do that stuff part-time if you need to and get your money up. Get your money up that way. There are ways, so many ways. Postmates, Uber Eats, Instacart. Like, it's ridiculous the amount of ways where we can go ahead and try to supplement our income. Nothing is wrong with that. But when you are in especially your 40s, your late 30s and 40s, people don't want to hear that. And we can't keep expecting for people to want to accept us while we're still working on ourselves. Come whole and come healed. And come literally, like the show says, no pun intended, but ready to love. You also have men who come on the show and immediately start talking about sex. And I know that production be producing and they edit things a certain way, but come on now. The conversation with Lamar and I believe it was Rashina and Vanessa about what are we going to do in the first date? Let's go skinny dipping. I'm going to take you to a new beach. You're in Fort Worth. You have to drive a minimum of 5 hours to get to a body of water. Like, what? And you're a coach and a DJ, so you're not giving me fly you out to Greece on a first date. Like, you're not, like, it. I want to see Black excellence on these dating shows. I want to see men like from Love is Blind, season 4. I want to see men like Brett, a director at Nike. Someone who, when he met Tiffany, you never heard him say a bad word about her. And that production is looking for the drama. That they're looking for, do you have any hesitancy? What's worrying you? And he never once said anything bad about Tiffany. All he said that he was like worried about was, himself and wanting to be the best for her, having, experienced hurt with losing his brother. It's just, we want more of that. And he's one of the only people that pop into my head right now. But that is what I want to see. I want to see Black excellence. And I'm not getting that with this show. Even the women, now I know the men get a lot of flack, but these women, you have women talking about, I want to go pull her hair out because she didn't like the man that I like, and talked about wanting to send him home in the women's lounge. Why? Why is your first thing that you could think of doing at your big age is to assault someone? You should be glad that she doesn't like the man that you like, because that's less competition for you. But they're not going to send someone home who has a connection. Not on the very first episode, not the very first meeting. Oh my gosh. I just am so disappointed in what I see with this show. Last season, season 8 in Dallas, the fighting that we saw, the arguing, the petty comments, and then the crap that happened on social media. Why? I just feel like even the concept of how the show is run, you have all these people dating each other. At some point halfway through, why not, say, okay, let's lock it down. Choose the person or people who you want to lock in with instead of constantly having to date each other. Like, at some point, let's try to narrow this thing down. I just feel like the people on this show are playing games. The production is purposefully giving us women who are fighting, ready to fight each other over complete strangers who they just, met that day. And you have men who are just unserious, unready, and broke. And we don't want to see that. Like, we really do want to see love. Now, I know you're going to have to throw in that drama in there. And in any relationship, there's going to be some type of difference that you guys have to get past. No one's going to be 100% on the same page. But it's like you have these people on the show, which we can clearly see because we have been watching reality TV now for 25 years. Like, we know that production be producing, and you guys add these people on this cast for the drama, and it's not fair. It's not fair. It's just not. We actually really do want to see love. We want to see people who are actually ready to love. No pun intended. We really do want to see people who are ready to love, people who are emotionally and mentally mature, and not men who immediately start talking about sex on the first day they meet on national television. Filming for national television and start like, Lamar, what kind of coach are you? You coach kids? And that's your first thought? All right. Again, I feel like, I see more death when I watch Love Island, a show full of people in their mid-20s, versus a show like Ready to Love with people who are in their mainly mid-30s, early 40s, and have more life experiences, and they still act immature and really don't seem like they're ready to love. And that's that on that. That's my 2 cents. But like I said, I'm going to continue to watch the show. I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to hope that we do, find a couple who, and not just one couple, a few people make it out of this show in committed, loving relationships. That's what I actually really do want to see. Excuse me for wanting to see real love. Excuse me for wanting and hoping that something in this process can be real. go back and watch my assessment of episode 1 and 2 so you can see just a little bit deeper into why I feel the way I feel about the show so far. But I'm hoping that things change because I definitely want to support an all-Black show. Okay, guys, I'm Layton Ali, and thank you for watching. Go ahead and comment below and let me know what you think. And I am signing out.